morning, boys and girls. So today we're going to start with a review. We're going to go over what we've learned so far in writing. So far we've talked about our rubric, we've talked about getting a clear picture in our head, and we've talked about the word wall. The most important thing that we've talked about is getting a clear picture in our head. That is really what we want to be working on. So when we choose a topic, like what we do outside, we need to close our eyes, think about it, and get a clear picture in our head. So yesterday, or earlier this week, we created a new piece about what we like to do outside. Mine was camping. We put a picture together, we added a little more, but we didn't add too much. So if I were to go back to my rubric today and look at it, the first thing is add more to my picture. I'm not gonna add more to my picture because if I start adding more, it's gonna start looking messy and my reader's not really gonna know what I'm talking about. When we talked about what my picture was gonna show, I specifically said camping and horseshoes. But if I start putting everything that we did outside while I was camping, it's gonna get messy and my reader's not gonna know what I'm talking about. So we wanna get a really clear picture in our head and put that down on our paper. And if we add more, it needs to be relevant. That means it needs to have to do with what your writing is about, and you need to make sure it's not too messy. We don't want it to look like a tornado hit it and it's just crazy and chaotic, okay? We want our readers to know what we're talking about. So the biggest thing we're learning and we're practicing is getting a clear picture in our head and knowing exactly what we want to put on our paper. All right. The other thing we talked about is our rubric. Now we will keep going back to our rubric, but not all the time and not constantly. So again, right now we're going to focus on our pictures and even labeling, which is something Miss Davenport is also talking to you about. Next, we worked on our word wall, right? We had a word wall. We added some snap words to it, and we also put words that we might use like mom and dad. In your goodies that you picked up last week, you had a personal word wall that looks like this. I already put all the snap words you learn in the first quarter of school on here. Okay. What I want you to do is add on family names. Yesterday I talked about when we label, you use your resources. One of them is your word wall that looks like this, and it also had 3 holes on the side so you can put your word wall in your binder if you have a binder. If not, put it in your composition book if that's what you're using. But I want you to add family names. So again, yesterday I said you could ask a family member how to write their name as a resource. Today I want you to ask your family members how to write their name and put it into your personal word wall. So I added my sister's name, which is Diane, and it's right here in D. I added my brother's name is Lupe, and I put it under Al, Lupe. So I want you to ask for help in this case to put your family members' names in here. Now, a friend or mom or dad, they might need to help you. They might need to put it in here for you because they're small little boxes and we can't all write words yet. And if we can, not usually this small quite yet. So you're gonna need help, all right? You're gonna have to have help to put the names in your word wall. But this is our resource. We will be using this to help us write, help us label, and help us write sentences when we get there. All right, now moving on to today. We are going to start a new piece. Yep, so we talked about what we like to do outside, but our next piece is just gonna be something that we like. So I want to write about my family because I haven't seen them in a long time now, and I miss I miss having family parties and family dinners. So that's what I'm going to write about. You can write about anything you like to do or what maybe you miss. If you're used to going to school and you miss school, maybe you want to write about going to school. But I'm going to write about family parties. So do I just start doodling? No, I need to stop, think, and get a clear picture in my head. So when I think of the family parties, I think, okay, they're usually at my parents' house. So now I need to picture my parents' house. There's the house and there's the driveway. And usually we put tables in the driveway area and like the porch area. There's this big speaker that they hook up to the phone and it's for music. And there's the grill and there's tables on the side for all the food. All right, I think I have a picture in my head. Now I gotta put it down on paper. So I said first there's the house. So the house. Well, there's a tree. Lots of trees, but there's one on that side when you're looking forward. There's the door. The door's actually inside. There's a big window here. And there's another window here for a bedroom. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it right there because there's a mural here and a bench here. And there's a statue here. A comedian, a famous comedian, his name is Cantinflas. And there's a mural of the Virgin here. And then this is where the driveway would be. And where all the tables and the chairs and the partying goes on. So here, there is cupboard. I'm going to draw over here the grill. Doesn't really look like that, but I don't really know how to draw a grill, so that is my best try. And then I said a big speaker, and it's got a stand. And I'm going to draw lines like music's coming from it. And there's tables over here for food. There's tables over here for people. So this is all for people and food really. It's just like a long, long line of tables everywhere. And then inside there's usually some more food too. And the back door is right here. And then I'm going to draw people dancing. So there's me, there's my husband, my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister. There's a lot more people than that. But that's all I'm going to draw right now is my family. And those are the people that are on my word wall. So when I start to label, I know exactly where to find those names. Oh my goodness, I forgot a very important person, a little person. Jacob. Oh, there's Jacob. You know what? Jacob's probably running around somewhere and getting into something he's not supposed to be getting into. So we'll draw him over here. All right. What do you think? I think it's pretty good. For me, I think it's So I want you to do the same. So you have 2 things for homework. I want you to put your family's names inside your word wall. The second thing is to draw a new picture of something you like to do. I'm making this more broad, so it could keep being something outside like mine is, or maybe something you miss, or maybe something you like to do, like have family parties, or, excuse me, or do art, or run with your dog. It could be anything you like to do. It's up to you. But please post it so your teachers can see. We like to see your work, and we like to see the things you like to do. All right, see you tomorrow.